Why did I revert to Islam? So I get this question every single day, and I touched on it briefly when I posted the video of me taking my Shahada. So let's take it back about 10, 11 years. Right? I had a friend, Muhammad, shout out to Muhammad, I'm going to tag you in this. He was just a very morally sound guy, and I respected that about him. He was very smart, and what I started to notice was that a lot of Muslims were like this. And it's not something that I really paid too much attention to in that time because I was like 16 years old. I didn't really care. As I got older, I started to notice this about Muslims. A lot of them, great careers, very smart, very polite, respectful, and it just wasn't aligning with the narrative that's portrayed here in the West, right? As I started to get into the social media space, I noticed a lot of the influencers that I admired and I really respected, they would preach about Islam directly or indirectly in a way that was congruent with the lifestyle of a Muslim. I'll take it forward to the time where my mom started to deal with the situation with her heart. My mom got diagnosed with heart failure about 2 years ago, and it was a huge roller coaster that was going on behind the scenes that I didn't really talk about because I just didn't feel it was necessary. I'm not the type of person that really needs sympathy, or stuff like that. So I just left it alone. It got really bad to the point that when my mom went to the hospital, she was, basically they told us that if we don't get help for her, if there's not a heart match for her in about 2 weeks, we're going to lose our mom. So imagine sitting there with your family having to have this discussion about what we're going to do moving forward because we're more than likely going to lose our mother. And we're sitting there making plans about this, right? Well, I never really prayed, but I sat in my room and I prayed. And I looked up and I asked God, I've always believed in one God, right? Whoever it may be. If you get my mother through this, I will take on a religion and I will follow through with it. I will respect it. I will honor it. And I will now have this clear sign that you really are here. And obviously, the first religion on that list was Islam. It's just the one that, logically speaking, to me, no disrespect to other religions, just makes the most sense. It's my choice, right? About 4 days later, they found a heart match for my mom. She had already been in the hospital for maybe 4 or 5 weeks. They found a match for her 4 days later, and then about 2 days later, she successfully got her heart transplanted, and she happened to get her heart transplanted on the first day of Ramadan. So I'm like, what other sign do I really need? Fast forward, I'm starting to obviously study on Islam and, learn about the religion and take it serious, because I'm going to uphold my promise. I start to really fall in love with the religion. I start to learn so much about it that it was originally about my mom, but then it became about me. I do it now because it's for me.